a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Sanju. Sanju is a 2018 Indian biographical film directed by Rajkumar Hirani and written by Hirani and Abhijat Joshi. It was jointly produced by Hirani and Vidhu Vinod Chopra under the banners Rajkumar Hirani Films and Vinod Chopra Films respectively. The film follows the life of Bollywood actor Sanjay Dutt, his addiction with drugs, arrest for alleged association with the 1993 Bombay bombings, relationship with his father, comeback in the industry, the eventual drop of charges from Bombay blasts, and release after completing his jail term. Ranbir Kapoor stars as Dutt, along with an ensemble cast which features Paresh Rawal as Sunil Dutt, Vicky Kaushal, Manisha Koirala as Nargis, Mirza as Manyata Dutt, Sonam Kapoor, Anushka Sharma, and Sarbh. In a conversation with Hirani, Dutt shared anecdotes from his life, which the former found intriguing and prompted him to make a film based on Dutt's life. It was titled Sanju after the nickname Dutt's mother Nargis used to call him. Principal photography began in January 2017 and was completed by January 2018. The film's soundtrack was composed by Rowan and Vikram Montrose, with A.R. Rahman as a guest composer. Fox Star Studios acquired the distribution rights of the film. Sanju was released worldwide on 29 June 2018. It received positive reviews from critics, who praised Kapoor and Kaushal's performance and Hirani's direction. Some criticized its supposed image cleansing of its protagonist. It registered the highest opening for any film released in India in 2018. And on its third day, it had the highest single-day collection ever for a Hindi film in India, with a worldwide gross of over. Sanju ranks as the second highest-grossing Indian film of 2018, the second highest-grossing domestic film and one of the highest-grossing Indian films of all time. Plot: Tripathi, a lyricist, attempts to write a biography on Sanju Dutt, comparing him with Mahatma Gandhi. A flabbergasted Sanjay has him thrown out. The Bombay High Court delivers its verdict regarding the 1993 Bombay bombings and sentences Dutt to 5 years jail term for violating the Arms Act, 1959. His wife Manyata Dutt approaches Winnie Diaz, a London-based writer, to write Sanjay's biography and present his version of his life to the public. Although unwilling at first, Winnie is asked by Zubin Mistry, a real estate builder, to not write the biography, which intrigues her. Winnie first interviews Sanjay, and his life is revealed in a flashback. Sanjay's father Sunil Dutt plans to launch his acting career in Bollywood with the film Rocky. Upset over his father's controlling behavior on set, Sanjay is encouraged by his friend Zubin Mistry to try drugs for the first time. Sanjay soon discovers that his mother Nargis is suffering from cancer and is taken to New York for treatment. This incident furthers his descent into alcoholism and drug addiction. He meets Kamlesh, a fan of Nargis, in New York, and they become quick friends. Kamlesh manages to make Sanjay stay his addiction. After learning of his girlfriend Ruby's fixed marriage due to his ongoing drug addiction, Sanjay relapses. Kamlesh convinces Ruby to register marry Sanjay. Upset with his intoxicated behavior, she leaves him. Nargis passes away 3 days before the release of Rocky, which takes an emotional toll on Sanjay. Sanjay agrees to attend a rehabilitation center in the United States, and eventually recovers with the help of his father and Kamlesh. On returning to India, he meets with God and beats him for selling him drugs. The later part of Dutt's life is narrated by his now estranged friend Kamlesh, who Winnie tracks down. In the 1990s, Sanjay turns to bodybuilding and his career in Bollywood has greatly improved. After the 1992 Babri Masjid demolition, Sanjay acquires 3 AK-56 rifles to ensure the protection of his father, who had by then ventured into politics, and sister, Priya Dutt. A series of bombings occur in Bombay shortly thereafter. Sanjay is arrested in 1993 for possession of illegal arms supposedly supplied by the D Company to be trafficked for protection during potential communal rioting after the bombings. Sanjay is convicted and sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years under Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act, threatening his career. Indian media labels him as a terrorist, further tarnishing his public image. Believing Sanjay to be guilty, Kamlesh severs ties with him. After his release in 1995, Sanjay appears in a string of flops. When his popularity had begun to wane, he is signed for the title role in Moona by MBBS, co-starring his father. Sanjay's performance garners him the Filmfare Award for Best Performance in a Comic Role, and his public image improves, making his father proud. Shortly afterwards, his father passes away. In 2006, the Bombay High Court finds Dutt guilty under the Possession of Arms Act, while not finding him to be a terrorist. In 2013, he is arrested again by the same verdict upheld by the Supreme Court of India. Sanjay convinces Winnie and Kamlesh of his innocence by blaming the media for falsely accusing him of terrorism, and is subsequently released from prison in 2016. Sanjay finds out that Winnie has completed writing his biography, titled Kuch To Log Khaenge, named after one of his father's favourite songs from the film Amar Prem. He exits the jail and reunites with Manyata. Development. Director Rajkumar Hirani was first prompted to create a film based on Sanjay Dutt's life by the latter's wife Manyata Dutt in a casual conversation, an offer he refused, reasoning that Sanju's world is very different from my world. In an interview with Daily News and Analysis, Hirani revealed what eventually prompted him to create a film based on Sanjay Dutt's life. He was lonely. Manyata was in hospital and he used to go there and then come home to an empty house. So, he was just venting, speaking straight from the heart. And he started giving me anecdotes that were just gems for a filmmaker. In regards to gaining resources in constructing the film, Hirani said, "We sat for a crazy amount of time and recorded everything. I also met others who knew him, journalists, cops, relatives and friends. I felt there was a movie that should be told." In an interview with DNA after DRS, Hirani confirmed that the film was named Sanju after a lot of deliberation, as Nargis, Sanjay's mother, used to call him Sanju. Producer Vidhu Vinod Chopra was not a part of the project when Hirani initially approached him to produce the film. At first, Chopra was of the opinion that it was hogwash. But when we started researching all that he said, from the 308 girlfriends he had to how he begged on the streets of US for the money to buy a bus ticket, we realized that everything he had told us was true. Hirani had a precondition with Dutt that if the latter requested to change any lines or scenes, he would not make it, upon which Dutt allowed Hirani to make the film in his accord. He was okay with Hirani not glorifying him in the film. Hirani showed aspects of Dutt's life that the public would not have known, such as what was happening in the Dutt household when Sanjay was accused of the crime. What was his father going through? What was happening with his sisters? How were his friends reacting? Later I met his sisters, Namrata and Priya, brother-in-law Kumar Gaurav and US-based friend Paresh Rawal. Hirani stated, "The film is not about his romance. It has primarily two tracks, one is the gun story and the other is the drugs story, and how he fought these two battles." Speaking about Dutt's journey, Kapoor revealed in an interview with Filmfare that the biopic will reach out to the audience by teaching them something. He stated that it will talk about human flaws, the emotional father-son story, his relationship with his best friend, with the women in his life. It's emotional, it's funny, it's sad, it's bittersweet. The youth have a lot to learn from his mistakes. He also confirmed that it's not a propaganda film, intending to glorify Dutt. Kapoor also revealed that for him the hardest aspect of playing the role was to give himself the confidence to go ahead with the project. For him, Sanjay Dutt is a flawed, but a wonderful person, a pop icon. And that's why it was scary. Kapoor also stated that there are 6 different phases, 6 different looks and 6 different controversies in the film. In an interview with Rajiv Masand, Hirani disclosed that the storytelling procedure was challenging as it's not a story of an achiever, as most biopics are based on a heroic personality. Yet Dutt is known for his tragedies and losses. He noted that you can't really tamper, and that the main scripting challenge was fitting a very anecdotal story in a structured format. Writer Abhijat Joshi also revealed that there was no deliberate attempt to make Dutt's character sympathetic to the audience. Instead, the team realized, having listened to all the anecdotes conveyed by Dutt, that it's a Very engaging, incredibly fascinating. Story based on a conflicted person, a flawed person, who deserved empathy. Hirani then confirmed that he has put out the truth, which includes good things and bad things. In another interview, Hirani also revealed that like his other films, Sanju would also deliver a social message. There is the father-son story, a friendship, and one is a question mark. For the last one, you'll have to see the film. Hirani also revealed that he did initially get attracted to all the anecdotes that Dutt was conveying, but soon realized it was not enough. We had to be able to string it all together, which led him to come to the conclusion that people need to know is his gun story and his drug story, because it is important. If there is no gun story, there is no biopic, which then in turn formed the spine of the film. Post the release of the film, both Hirani and Joshi reasoned that Dutt has not been whitewashed in the film as many critics have openly said so. Instead, Hirani questioned, "I want to know, what have I whitewashed? I have shown that he had 308 girlfriends, that he was so addicted to drugs, he slept with his friend's girlfriend. Is this whitewashing?" Joshi also commented that, "What we are bashing is a certain section which sensationalizes things and uses a question mark to make things chat better. That has been critiqued. And I am amazed there has been no introspection on that side. No one has even said that it happens." Casting. Actor Ranbir Kapoor was Hirani's first choice to play Dutt's character. Hirani stated, "I first thought of Ranbir and went straight to him, and I can tell you, we were right." He also stated that he thought Kapoor is a fantastic actor and at the perfect age. He further revealed the similarities and differences between Dutt and Kapoor, stating that they have lived the life of actors all through. Ranbir is not someone from outside the industry who came here to be a hero. In a sense, it was easier for me to see him as Sanju. He also revealed that Ranbir Kapoor worked very hard to get the correct physicality, spending days watching videos to strike the right balance. Initially, Kapoor was reluctant to portray the role. However, he agreed once he saw the angle of the story, and that the story broke certain notions I had about him. Dutt. Kapoor also revealed that his initial hesitation about playing Dutt's role was that he is still so relevant today, and is a superstar who is working in movies today, and has lots to achieve and lots to do. Chopra was also reluctant to produce the film with Kapoor in the lead role, as he believed Ranveer Singh would have been a better fit to Dutt's part by having the flamboyance, the emotional depth, as well as the ability to change himself completely to play Sanjay Dutt. Chopra, however, had to kind of eat his words. Once shooting began and he witnessed Kapoor's capabilities playing Dutt, Kapoor responded to Chopra's comments by stating that he was very happy to be a part of the film, as it came at a time where he was really in need of inspiration. Like Kapoor, Koirala was also skeptical about playing a mother to Kapoor due to the fear of being typecast. Amir Khan was also approached to play the role of Dutt's father, Sunil Dutt. However, the role was turned down as Khan was already playing the role of a father at that time in Dangal. Khan had also stated that he wished to have played Dutt's role instead, as his role is so wonderful that it won my heart, so don't offer me any other role as I won't be able to do it. The role was then passed on to actor Paresh Rawal, who stated that his character is human and doesn't have a set mannerism, idiosyncrasy. Initial reports suggested that actress Anushka Sharma was approached to play the character of one of Dutt's girlfriends, and then a rumoured journalist. However, Sharma denied these claims by stating that, "My character is the only fictional character in the film, and is not based on any living person." At the trailer launch, Hirani stated that Sharma plays a biographer from London who comes to India, and in turn plays a mix of himself and Abhijat Joshi. It was also reportedly initially that Sonam Kapoor would be playing the character of Tina Muneem. Kapoor, however, refuted these rumours and stated that, "I have a small, but important part in the movie. It's not what everyone is thinking. I am not playing an actress." Though, Hirani confirmed that Kapoor is indeed playing the role of a girlfriend. Speaking on his role, Vicky Kaushal revealed that his character is an amalgamation of 3 or 4 other friends of Dutt and is thus fictionalized. Whilst Karishma Tanna's role is yet unknown, Tanner revealed that it had been intended by Hirani and the rest of the team to keep her role a surprise, and that Hirani made it clear to her that her role would create a lot of speculation, as it is exactly what they had anticipated. Boman Hirani expressed that he was cast as Hirani wanted him to do a special appearance. Speaking about his character, Hirani stated that it's not a known character, but may have existed. Characters. Ranbir Kapoor requested and was given a month's break between every phase to complete his transformation into Dutt. Speaking about it at the teaser launch of the film, he stated that it was hard for him to look like the muscular Dutt as Kapoor has a thinner frame. There was a lot of team effort behind this. A year before that we did a lot of prep and screen tests. In regards to Kapoor's transformation, father Rishi Kapoor revealed that Ranbir took 6-7 weeks to get each of his different looks. In an interview, prosthetic artist Dr. Suresh Murky said that he used prosthetics to make Ranbir Kapoor's face and age resemble Dutt's. Kapoor further commented that he would be sitting for hair and makeup for 6 hours. And, tests after tests, they kept failing. It was also difficult to develop Dutt's aging process as, because of alcohol, his face had gotten puffy and his chin had kind of come down. Kapoor, however, was also very clear that if we cannot achieve his look, we will not make the film. Mirza also opened up on Kapoor's role, stating that he would be the first to reach the location, because he would need 5-6 hours to do prosthetic makeup to play the older part. She also spoke about the uncanny resemblance of Kapoor as Dutt as a consequence of prosthetics, revealing that people who went on the sets thought Ranbir was Sanju Sir. Koirala also expressed that she was shocked at Ranbir's capacity to transform. Hirani also revealed that Kapoor was meeting Sanju separately. Dutt had a full timeline of how Sanju looked in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and made a whole collection of look videos. Kapoor himself also stated that he knew that there is a fine line between mimicry and representing someone who is loved by so many people, which is why it took us 6 to 8 months to get ready, to prep, do the prosthetic tests, acting and character rehearsals. Kapoor further mentioned that whilst the physical transformation was significantly easier, emotional transformation and being able to understand the emotional level of the character was really daunting. However, he also revealed that as Dutt represents an epitome of bodybuilding, and if I had to play him on screen, body was essential. In order to build his body like Dutt's, Kapoor revealed that it required sacrifice and discipline, as he was having 8 meals a day, waking up at 3 in the morning to drink a protein shake. He also mentioned that he wanted to take a step back and didn't want to be around him too much, because I didn't want to be obsessed with him. I would be always looking at him, trying to see what he is doing, how he is scratching his beard, how he is talking. But before any poignant moment in the script, for instance, the jail sequence, the drug sequence, his mother's death, or when the Tada verdict act came, I would always call him the night before the shoot. I just wanted to know what he was feeling, and very graciously, very honestly he would tell me. And I would express that on screen. I wanted to represent him with respect, and a true representation of what was going on in his head. Hairstylist Aleem Hakim revealed that it took 22 days to finalize Ranbir's different avatars, as it was a challenge to create the receding hairline for Ranbir and give him a broad forehead. Costumer designer Rekha Lakhani stated that in regards to Kapoor's costume, she discussed every look with Kapoor, spent hours trying to match every inch, how loose or how fitted it should be, by matching different body types, as Sanjay Dutt has had a different body type all throughout his life. Manisha Koirala, who essays the character of Nargis in the film, spoke about her transformation as well, stating that we did a couple of tests, from when she had short hair to when she had long hair. Koirala also revealed that she did a lot of research on Nargis by studying various photographs, books, and documentary. She also admitted that it was traumatic, reliving being a cancer patient, as Koirala is an ovarian cancer survivor. She further mentioned that it required a lot of inner strength, but was finally worth it as she tried to capture Nargis' essence, the core of her being. Regarding Koirala's costume, Lakhani stated that Nargis Iconic images were taken and she then recreated a look on that, from every curl or twist in the hair to the way the body was or the makeup. Vicky Kaushal, whose character's name is Kamlesh and is more like a brother to Dutt, revealed that he went to Surat to study the body language and mannerism of Gujaratis, as his character, although originally from India, has been living in America for the maximum time, so his Gujarati was ought to fade with time. He also revealed that he went through a huge physical transformation by losing weight to look like a lean young Gujarati guy to an aged man of the present time. He also stated that losing and gaining weight brought a change in the body language, which thus enabled him get the right look and thus perform better. Paresh Rawal expressed that he prepared for his role by trying to maintain a distance off camera with Kapoor in order to stay true to the character. He further added that, "We were not pals who would chat together in between the shots," which went on to embody the real-life relationship between Dutt and his father, as Sunil Dutt loved his son to death, but never had a friendly equation with him. Rawal also stated that he could not look like Sunil Dutt following the look tests, but had to portray the emotions, the jazba that he had for the country, for his family and for his son. Dear Mirza, however, stated that she prepared to play the role of Dutt's wife through workshops and look tests, but also by studying some of the news clips released around the time, as well as her interviews and body language. Mirza also stated that she wanted to understand Manyata as a wife, woman, and mother handled the public scrutiny that she was subjected to. She added that she mainly focused on understanding and being honest to the emotion more than anything else. Mirza also revealed that she had to dye her hair jet black, and eventually saw herself as Manyata Dutt once she placed that mole on my face and saw myself in the mirror, as she saw Manyata in her reflection. Mirza also revealed that Manyata was a rock in Dutt's life and with all sincerity and honesty wanted to understand what it meant to be a mother and a wife. On Sonam Kapoor's costume, Lakhani revealed that Kapoor's costume was designed to look like the girl next door, pretty, giving out very delicate vibes, with really soft fabrics, pastel hues, delicate embroidery. Kapoor's costume was given Peter Pan collars in all her outfits to make her from that era, except that the team stayed away from making her look like a fashion diva, but more real. Speaking about Sharma's character, Hirani mentioned in an interview that he wanted Sharma to look like an Indian who stayed in London and was brought up there, which then led her to wearing a wig with voluptuous curly hair in the film. Aditi Gautam, who plays Namrata Dutt, revealed that she was casted as Hirani thought she looked exactly like Dutt. Saya further mentioned that she prepared for her role by watching interviews that allowed her to gauge on Dutt's strong personality, which is also poised and dignified. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?